My dear students, today I am going to discuss toxic effects of metals. In the previous class, we understood biological significance of metals, that is essential metals. That is, so without those essential metals or elements in the human body, it is very difficult to survive. They are very, very important. And we also understood the role of iron in case of hemoglobin and myoglobin. Even though many of the metals play a vital role in the biological system, some of the metals causes poisonous effect to the human body, plants and animals. So why these causes poisonous effect? There are n number of reasons for the poisonous effect. That is, the toxicity is nothing but it's the degree to which a substance can damage an organism. This toxicity can be arises due to many reasons. So it is due to the result due to blocking of essential biological functional groups or biomolecule, or it is due to displacing some essential metal ions from in biological system, and they are going to modify the conformation of proteins. So this is how they are going to cause the toxic effects in the human body. Along with that, their quantity also important. For example, another reason for toxicity is the quantity. So you look at this graph of the effect versus quantity. In the graph, we can found that so in the middle region, optimum quantity of metal is required for the body. Suppose if the quantity of metal is less than the optimum level, so it leads to deficiency, then it leads to disease, then it leads to death. For example, though it can be understood with the help of iron. For example, hemoglobin in an healthy human being, the hemoglobin must be around 14 to 18 gram per deciliter. So it is optimum level 14 to 18. Suppose if it is less than 14, if it is 10, 8, 9, so it is called as deficiency. So this is called as anemic condition. Suppose if it is less than 2, 1, then the person will die. Quantity of iron, hemoglobin. And suppose if iron is excess, so more than 18, 20, 20 gram per deciliter, so it leads to several disease, it leads to liver damages, and if excess iron, so it becomes toxic and finally it leads to death. So the concentration of a particular metal ion in biological system, it is also important. If the concentration is vary from the optimum concentration, whether it is high or low, then it leads to a deficiency. Then next stage is toxicity. Then the organism won't exist afterwards. For example, sodium deficiency and excess of sodium, both if excess of sodium consumes what happen, it leads to high blood pressure, and deficiency leads to goiter. So that's why we have to take optimum quantity of metal ion which is required for the body. So suppose if you take more than that or less than that, it leads to deficiency and toxic effects. Then some of the toxic effects produced by heavy metals. The heavy metals are those in which the density is so more than 5 gram per cm cube. The metals which are of density more than 5 gram per cm cube, those are treated as heavy metals. For example, lead, cadmium, mercury, arsenic, selenium, are also iron, copper, selenium, zinc. These are all called as heavy metals. But the iron, copper, selenium under low concentration, they are essential to organism. But if the concentration is exceeds at that moment, so they are going to produce a toxic effect. And but other metals like lead, mercury, cadmium and some other elements, even in micro trace quantity also, they are going to cause toxicity in the human body. Mechanism of toxicity. So why, how they are going to produce toxicity. So before going to understand their source and different diseases caused by them, so now let us understand a general mechanism of toxicity. You know, many biological processes in our body are catalyzed by enzymes. You know, enzymes are made up of proteins. So all the enzymes are proteins, and these proteins are made by a small monomers called amino acids. So among 20 amino acids, two amino acids containing thiol group, for example, so L-cysteine, L-cysteine and L-methionine. So these contain these SH group, thiol group, S group. But this S group is highly reactive, and the metal ion, especially dipositive metal ion, can easily replaces the hydrogen of the hydrogen which is attached to this sulfur. So here SH bond is present. In protein containing cysteine group, SH bond is present. So these metal ion can easily replaces this HS plus ion, and they are going to alter the conformation of protein. They are going to block the active sites of protein. So once the conformation of protein is changed, the enzyme activity is completely destroyed, because you know enzymes are highly specific. They perform specific biological function. Their specificity is due to the amino acid sequence. If this sequence varies, if sequence altered, some of the groups in the amino acid is displaced by these metals, so definitely it affects to the structure, because the quaternary structure of protein, it is stabilized by the disulfide linkage or hydrogen bonding. But if these metals comes replaces this hydrogen in thiol group at that moment, so it is going to destabilize the protein structure. So as a result, many enzymes will be inactivated in the biological system. So this is how the metal are targeting the proteins, enzymes. So particularly there, so you look at this reaction, mercury combined with, so H2S usually it gives hydrogen sulfide and Hg complex. So it form HgSH, that is it form strong HgS bond. So this strong HgS bond is responsible for deactivation of many enzymes. So now let us see one by one. Mercury, for example, mercury is one of the poisonous metal, and the source of mercury is so industrial waste, mining, pesticides, coal, lignite. So these containing more than 100 ppb of mercury, that is parts per billion of mercury. As I said, dear students, 100 ppb, parts per billion is very less concentration. Even though their concentration is less, their toxic effect is huge. And first time in the history, the mercury effect of mercury poisoning is happened in Japan, where Japan in 1953 to 60. So this is called as Minamata disease. That is, a person eat a fish which is already consuming a mercury in the sea. So the man who consumed that fish, so the mercury is enter into the human body and it cause a disease. The disease is called as Minamata disease. First time people come to know about mercury poisoning through this Minamata disease, which is caused in Japan. And the mercury, reason for toxicity of mercury. The main reason for toxicity of mercury is deprotonation of thiol group. That is, it replaces hydrogen of thiol group and it forms a new linkage, HGS linkage. This linkage is going to destabilize the complex, that is protein, and so this is how it's going to affect the biological system. And another toxic metal is cadmium. The cadmium source is pollution in urban areas, so especially in minings, metallurgical plants, so and cadmium plating and in battery technology they are using cadmium, so in battery fabrication. And so mainly this acute cadmium poisoning leads to nausea, salivation, vomiting, diarrhea and abdominal pain. So another important characteristic of this cadmium poisoning is, so the bone becomes weak, so that is called as brittleness of bones takes place. And cadmium also toxic is due to the property of cadmium and zinc, the chemical property is similar because they are belongs to similar groups in the periodic table. Because of similarity in the chemical behavior, this cadmium is going to replace a zinc which is present in many enzymes in the human body. For example, the carbonic anhydrase, which is responsible for transportation of carbon dioxide from tissue to lungs, and dipeptidase, carboxypeptidase. These are some of the enzyme. So these are the metalloenzyme, that is zinc dependent enzyme. In these enzyme, cadmium is going to replace zinc. So once cadmium is replaced, the enzymes are going to lose their specific activity, and at that moment carbonic anhydrase stop to bring CO2 from cell to lungs. So this creates a lot of problem in the human body. This is another reason for toxicity of zinc. Next is lead. Lead is also one of the poisonous metal. Usually lead, lead battery. So battery industry is the largest single user of lead. And also lead petrol. So lead petrol accounts for more than 20% of total lead consumer per year. And 90% of the lead which is enter into atmosphere from gasoline exhaust. And organolead, that is organometallic compound. So this organolead, this is the formed during chemical reaction. This is also a source for lead. And the toxicity arises due to these lead can easily enter to a cell membrane and blood cells, and it causes, so it mainly affects to central nervous system, and it leads to cramps, paralysis and loss of coordination of various organs in the human body. So these are the effects. And along with that, this lead also interfere with the heme synthesis by inhibiting key enzymes. As I said, so just like cadmium, this lead also deproteinate the thiol group of hydrogen. That is it replaces the hydrogen and it forms a bond with sulfur which is present in many enzymes. So it leads to some of the enzymes which are responsible for the synthesis of heme protein in the body. Some of the proteins are synthesized in our body by using some essential amino acids. So these heme synthesis reduces. Then, so if heme synthesis reduces, what happens? So in the body, the hemoglobin quantity is reduces. So if hemoglobin quantity is reduces, then it leads to anemia. So lead poisoning, so it leads to anemia. And another poisonous metal is arsenic. So this arsenic enters mostly through indigestion, and this arsenic enters so usually through water. So arsenic 3, the +3 oxidation state arsenic is more toxic than +5 oxidation state. And this arsenic mainly causes gastrointestinal damage, severe vomiting, and is also inhibit the production of ATP. So these are the important toxicity of arsenic and other elements.